thank you for wanting to partner with Wadhwani Foundation to do our entrepreneurship course in your institute. And ma'am has given a brief update on my profile, and from what I've come, I just elaborate on that. So I'm as Pam was saying, I'm the regional manager for South India. I'm based out of Chennai, and our head office is in Bangalore. So I work out of Chennai, and I've handled the entire South region, which is Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Kerala, and Andhra Pradesh. And we have close to around 15,000 students in South India who are uh, partnered with us in running our programs across various institutions, incubation centers, and other colleges also, and universities also. Uh, Now, the reason is, why Oxford College of Management has reached out to us, and wanted to partner to do this particular program. Uh, as discussions were going on, with the management of your college, we understood that the college would want to do something, some wanted to do something more for the students and more extraordinary opportunities for the students, and they were trying to find out a particular third party who will be able to help them out, and that is where we got in touch with they got in touch with Wadhwani Foundations, and I was contacted and asked if you can help the institute to run an entrepreneurship course as such, and that's how it began. And one thing before I could start, I would say that, and all of you guys who are part of this particular course are really lucky to be a part of this precious institution in Bangalore and to partner with us to do this particular course, because not many institutions and colleges and universities in Bangalore have this opportunity to partner with us to do this program, and not many students have this opportunity to be a part of such institutions to do this program. So I would say that all of you guys who are taking up this program voluntarily and with interest are really lucky to be a part of this particular course. Now, let me give you a small briefing about what we are, what is the foundation about, and then I'll move on to the course. So we are called Wadhwani Foundation. It's Wadhwani, and we are a non-profit organization. So we don't work for any profit, and we don't have any financial dealings in our foundation as such in terms of the courses we conduct. And uh, our founder director is an NRI. He's based out of Silicon Valley. His name is Romesh Wadhwani. So the company is named after him. He's Mr. Romesh Wadhwani. If you can Google that in Google, you will come to know a profile about Romesh Wadhwani, and you can just go through it and try to understand what is he. So this foundation was started by him in 2006 as a dream. He wanted to, he's a Silicon Valley entrepreneur, and he wanted to do something for the youngsters in terms of teaching, students about entrepreneurship. So we started way back. The foundation was formally born in 2013. I'm sorry, 2003. We were formally, founded in 2003, and by the time we materialized our process and we got to know our curriculum and put everything into place, we started full-fledged approaching institutes, universities, colleges from 2006 onwards. So from 2006 is where we started our first entrepreneurship course. And when we started way back in 2006, we started it as a certificate kind of a program, a 1 month, 2 month, a 3 month, or a 6 month program. So these were the programs what we started, and we went on as far as 2010 with these programs. And over the period of time from 2007 to 2010, interacting with many institutes, interacting with many students, then we came to understand that this course needs to be taken at a different level and a more advanced. And students were looking for more advanced kind and robust kind of a course on entrepreneurship. So then we had to go back to the drawing board and try to work back with our content and try to build it like an academic platform, so that we run this for an entire semester, and the students will get more knowledge and benefit from that. So that's when in 2017 is when we went back to our drawing board, and we formulated our certificate program to make it into like a academic semester wise program. And we changed the entire content entire concept to make it academic content. And we started rolling that out from 2017 onwards till date. We are running both these. We have two programs. One is called the foundation and one is called the advance. So the foundation is nothing but a basic program, basic entrepreneurship program, where you get to know about entrepreneurship. We teach you everything about entrepreneurship. We give you a taste about entrepreneurship, and we'll also give you a taste of running your own venture during this 3 month course, where you'll get to form teams of 3 members, and you will run your own venture for the entire 3 months of the course, and try to understand how a venture is built, how you run a venture, and help you to see some kind of a revenue which you can generate from that particular venture which you have. So once you complete the foundation course, after 3 months you graduate, and then you move on to the advanced course. Now the advanced course is will be in depth of what you've been taught in the foundation. So we will go deep dive into various other topics such as marketing, finance, company policies, formation of companies, pitching, how you pitch for investment, how you pitch to uh, you know uh, angel investors. All that will be covered in the advanced program. So the advanced program is a typically program where it refines your particular venture which you have done in the foundation. It makes it more robust, it makes it more refined, and we make it startup ready, so that once you complete the course you can start your venture directly. It is not necessary that you have to complete your graduation to start your own venture. You can also do it along with your graduation. Now, how do we go ahead and help you guys in kind of starting your own startups through these programs? Now, since this is the first time the course is introduced in the college, so all first timers who are doing this course will start off with the foundation course. So this particular batch will start off with the foundation course, and you will be enrolled in this particular foundation program, which is called Activate. We call it Activate, wherein it's a basic program. So in the first few sessions, that is the first 3 4 sessions, will be a time of introspecting yourself and trying to understand what you know what is your talent. Will make you identify what is the talent inside you and how you can convert that into a business opportunity. So the first few classes will be like that, and then we will uh,
Hello, hello.
yes. So the first, 3 or 4 sessions would be like that, and then we will try to identify your ideas. So try to see, all of us can come with different experience, different ideas. So we will try to bring out your idea and try to see if that idea can
Hello,
be
Vinay.
worked that idea can be worked into a workable model to start a startup. So that's what is the starting of it. So the first a week to 10 days, we call it as an icebreaker or an ideation period, where we would try to input your ideas. So you'll be formed into a team of 3 people. So there'll be various teams. So these 3 people will in a team would come up with an idea, and that idea you will start a small a venture, which we call it as a practice venture. So it will be like a practice company as such, or a practice startup, which you will be starting from the first week of the session itself. And then you will go to different stages. So you'll have we have different stages which we call milestones. We have the 4 milestones, which is from 1 to 4, and milestone 1 would be your ideation and solution period. So we'll make you identify an area, and an idea which you have from various other problems you face around, and how you give that as a solution to that particular problem or the idea which you have, what type of a solution you can give for it, and that solution, is it feasible or workable to start a venture. So that's how it starts. And then the milestone 2 will be you going out, meeting customers, trying to see how you can market your idea to the customer, see if it's viable, feasible, that you can start, that you're getting good feedback that you can start this particular stuff. Then come out with your own business model. We'll help you. We'll teach you how to do your own business model, how to do your lean canvas, and that will be the milestone 2. And when you move on to milestone 3, it'll be a little different from milestone 1 and 2, because milestone 3 would be the time where you identify your product. So we will help you to prototype your product. So you will, if it's a product or a service, we'll help you prototype it, so that you will physically see your idea into a product, and how you can take it forward. That would be milestone 3. And when you move on to the last milestone, which is milestone 4, it is nothing but a presentation of your venture. So milestone 1, 2 and 3, along with 4 combined together, you will be presenting your entire venture. So milestone 4, we will only add 2 more components, which will be sales and marketing and finance. So how you put your financials for your venture, and how do you market your venture. So that is the end. Milestone 4 would be the end of your particular venture, and you'll be presenting that venture to jury members, where we will be questioning you, trying to understand your venture, and then you will be graded for that particular venture, whatever you go ahead and present. So now this doesn't stop from here. You might think, okay, this is I just enrolled for a course and I just do this, and with that it's complete. No, it is more to do from a entrepreneurship. This is not like an academic course or a academic subject what you do in your institute. It is totally different. It is you know it is not a certificate based or a mark sheet based kind of a course. It is totally a practical oriented startup kind of a course. So this type of grading would be totally different from the grading which you would have in your academics. So this is these gradings would be a different kind of gradings than what you get in your academic. Though it would add a weightage for your academics, because these gradings will also go into your mark sheet, but it is only for academic grading purpose. But the concept of our grading which you will get is totally different. This grading would help you in terms of getting investors, in terms of going further, taking your venture into reality and making it possible. So that's how the gradings happen. Now once you complete the entire program, the entire activate program, we will based on the best 15 best ventures, based on the 15 best ventures which we see, potential ventures which we see, which can start immediately, we will select those 15 ventures and we put it onto a global platform, which we call it as a global jury, which means you have uh, you have judges across the world who will be judging your particular venture. So we will submit your venture onto a portal where they will be scrutinizing it. So you will have judges from anywhere. It could be from India, it could be from US, from Mexico, anywhere around the world. Who will be There will be 2 judges who will be scrutinizing your particular venture to understand if this venture has a potential and how we can take this further. So that is what is the support and help we give you from this particular one. So these are 15 ventures. So out of, say for example, out of this batch we have about say 25 or 30 ventures, 15 best ventures, 15 ventures which we feel is best, which we feel is a potential, will go on to this platform, and further on they will move up into different buckets. Now you can ask me a question, sir, what will happen for the ventures who are not selected, to go into this platform? Now, the ventures who are not selected for this platform, we don't leave you just like that. We don't say, okay, fine, you're not selected, thank you. No. When you move to the advanced course, so when you move to the advanced course for the next semester, which is the Ignite program, we will do a special kind of a mentoring for you, special kind of hand holding for you, so that we will also make you ready to go on to this global platform in the uh, advanced program also. So you have 2 opportunities. You have an opportunity in the foundation to go onto this platform. You also have the same opportunity to go on the advanced program. So even ventures who get certified in the advanced program can also get certified in the advanced program. So ventures who don't get certified in the foundation can also get certified in the advanced program. So that's how we try to give equal support to all the ventures of, from the institution who are a part of this, who are really serious about it. Now, what happens, if you also don't get certified when you go on to the now out of these 15, I said out of these 15 students from the foundation course who go on to the platform, and only say about 5 or 10 get certified, the balance don't get certified. Now the balance who don't get certified, we don't leave you back again. Those particular ventures who don't get certified, we will again scrutinize it. We will see what went wrong, where is the issue with it, and then we'll try to fine tune those particular ventures, and then we would put it forward onto a investors pitch. So we call it as a pitch day, wherein we will invite few investors onto a platform, and these ventures who are not being globally certified, we will put on this platform to go ahead and pitch for the investors for investment. So this is another opportunity for ventures who go on the global jury platform and don't get certified. The same process happens also for the advanced program. So this is apart from what theoretically we teach you and what practical knowledge we give. We also give you industry exposure also, in terms of giving you exposures to meet a mentor. So you will have a dedicated mentor for each every 10 ventures, you will have one mentor which will be dedicated to you. So that mentor will be always with these 10 teams, and be mentoring you in terms of your venture, in terms of any doubts you have, anything related to your venture support. You will have a mentor who will be helping you. Apart from that, you will also have mentor from Wadhwani Foundations, an external mentor from Wadhwani Foundations who will also be there with you, and also I also will be a part of the mentor who will also be mentoring you from the foundation as such. Then we'll also have special sessions. Apart from the sessions which you are having, we will have special sessions on the same class days. Whenever you have class, we will bring industry experts. So we'll bring people from the industry, like somebody who is a director of finance or a director of marketing, who will come and talk about that particular subject. For example, say this week, say on a Tuesday session, the topic which the faculty is going to take to will be marketing. So we will bring an expert from marketing who will come and do one session on marketing. So, and that session will not be session which will be from the content of what we are. It is a session for on the experience shared by the person from that particular industry. So whoever comes from that expertise, who comes from that particular industry, will only share his particular experience in that particular field or the subject. He will not go by our content. Our content will be done separately after the expert finishes. Our content will be done separately, but this is an industry expert. As today, what is the marketing processes, what is the pros and cons in marketing, what is the difficulty in marketing. So those experts will come and share their views and their experience, and so that you get to understand how the world is outside, apart from what you see in day to day. So when you have a financial class, we'll also bring a financial expert. When you have a HR oriented session, we will bring a person who's from that particular background, who will come and give you these sessions. Apart from these sessions, we'll also bring entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, student entrepreneurs who've already started their company, who've already generated revenue. So they will come and give you a talk on how their venture is, how did they start, what are the hiccups they had, what are the issues they faced, how they solve them, and what to do, what not to do. So those will be direct hands-on experience which will be shared from you. um, you know the the knowledge what we give you is only limited to the curriculum as such, and from what we see from the other ventures outside, but directly getting it from an entrepreneur, it is more knowledge and more experience which is shared from you. So this is all the support which we would give to all of you students, all of the ventures which are a part of this course. So 90% of our effort will be given to you in order to see that you're able to start your venture in the near future. It is not necessary that you have to start your venture immediately or just after you complete a degree. It could take time. We do understand that not everybody would want to start their own venture during their college or even after they complete their college. They would want to work for 2 or 3 years to understand, how the job floor is, and then decide to start the venture. We do understand that, we do respect that and give you the time, but we also try to help you to see if there is if there is a unique idea, if there's a unique kind of a venture which can be possible to start immediately, and is a solution which is needed right now for the country or the world. We would try to help you to do that. And once you start your venture, it's not that that's the end of it. That's the end of Wadhwani Foundation with you. No, we will also be with you for about, even after you complete a course. That is the foundation or the advance. We will still continue to be with you for another 3 years. So we will be handholding you for another 3 years in terms of giving you mentorship on your venture. So till you feel that okay, fine, now it's enough of mentoring, it's enough of handholding from you guys. I'm able to be on my own. I'm able to run my venture on my own. Then you can continue, to do run your own venture on your own without any kind of mentorship. So even after you complete your course for about 3 years, we will be in touch with you. We'll keep constantly speaking to you, trying to understand how your venture is. What are difficulties you're facing? Do you need any help? Do you need any support? So that will be done for 3 years till you feel that okay, fine, 3 years is done. I'm okay. I can go on my own. Will be on your own. And that's how we move on. So in terms of support, you don't have to worry. Support will be given from us. 90% of all support from Wadhwani Foundations. The only thing we request and we require from all you students is just a 10% of your effort, which is nothing but attending all the sessions regularly, asking a lot of questions, asking a lot of doubts, participating in all the entrepreneurship sessions, participating in all the mentor sessions, and also doing your milestones presentation, running your practice venture seriously and dedicatedly. Because based on what your practice venture is, would be the outcome for you, would be an outcome for you to start your own venture. And one thing you should understand, that you don't need to come from a entrepreneurship background, or you don't have to come from a business background to start your own company or start your own venture. All it takes is the dedication, all it takes is the idea and the intent to do it. And most important, you should be able and open to take risk, because it is not easy. Starting a venture, starting a company is not easy. You need to have the courage, you need to be bold and take the risk to start. Unless you take a risk is when you would see the benefit later. If you look at all the startups who have now moved out of the startup, if you look at companies like Flipkart, you look at companies like Swiggy's, Uber, they all started about 5-10 years back as a startup. Today they are famous, and they are moved out of the startup concept, and now they are standalone companies by their own. That is all because of they had a good idea, they had a good concept, they took the risk, they were ready to face the risk, they were ready to face the challenge, they did it, and today they are what they are right now. So that is how we have to look at it. you know it's people say okay, entrepreneurship is not my cup of tea, starting a venture is not a cup of tea. Without trying it out, you can't say that. If you Once you have to try to see if it's your cup of tea or not, by just looking at other people and then saying okay, this is not my cup of tea, I don't have the capabilities, I can't do it, there's too much for me to handle. Without jumping into it, you don't know what it is. That's why most of the time we assume that okay, I don't come from this particular background. I don't come from a business background. My father's not a businessman, my grandfather's not a businessman. How do I you know how can I be able to run a venture or a business? No, that is the past. That is about 10-15 years back is what we started thinking. But now it is totally, it's advanced. Everything is advanced. You have more opportunities. You have a lot of angel investors coming. You have investment capitalist companies there to fund you. You have governments there to fund you. So there are a lot of opportunities available, moving on. So it is the intent and the interest from our end to get that. Now, if you note if you've been following the media, if you've been following the news, if you've been following the newspapers, uh, couple of days back, our prime minister has announced one particular day as the startup day, and is also announced that they have allocated funds for Startup India. So there's a project which is going to start called Startup India, and the government of India has invested crores of fund aside for to fund these startups. So in order to receive those funds, in order to get that particular funds, your venture should be a very good venture. Should come out with unique ideas. Uh, a kind of something which is not available currently in the market to be able to get those funds. And how you are able to do that is where we come and we will help you, to make you come to this to that standard and state, and then to go ahead and apply for that. So whichever venture has a potential, whichever venture is having a good idea, which can be turned into a venture, the government will come forward and fund you. You can apply for the fund and you'll be funded. Apart from the government fund, you also have various other organizations who also fund you. Tata Group also funds startup companies. You have Reliance Group is also will fund startup companies. But in order to come into that category, to get all these funding, it is we who have to you know make our venture a good venture and be serious in doing it. Only then it is possible. And we are there to show you these avenues. We will show you, we will guide you, we'll point fingers where you have to go, who you have to approach to get these particular investments. Only thing is we need your support for us to do that for you. Unless you support us, you give us the time, you give us that process to do it, we will help you to go ahead and do. We'll help you to get whatever investment or whatever kind of support you require from us. So this is how the program is such is designed, and how the program is such as what we are doing it for the entire 2 semesters, which is the advanced and the foundation course. So this is a small brief about the course as such, and what we are doing and how we are going to formulate that. So now I open the house for questions. So any of you students have questions, you can go ahead and ask me. Don't feel shy. Don't think, okay, I know my questions may be stupid or might not make sense. No, there's nothing. It is all questions are okay. Whether it could be the silliest question you're asking, it is okay. This is the right time to ask the question, because you should know what you're getting into before you start the course. You should know, okay, this is what I'm going to do, this is how I'm going to do it. So I would request each one of you to ask your questions. Don't be quiet, don't be scared. Ask. I'm here to help you. This is the right forum to do it. There's no point of keeping your question and then entering the course and then coming out with doubts and then trying to get that clear. This is the right time. Ask me whatever you need, whatever doubts you have. I'm there to clear it for you. Now I open it for questions. You can go ahead and shoot one by one.
Yes, students, the platform is open for you now and you can ask questions. Any question, whichever you have any doubts, where you want some clarity, please do ask. Ask him, because he'll be able to give you a clarity, rather than us, because we will not be knowing unless we also, like students, I am eager to join this course and learn. So the same enthusiasm and eagerness I expect from my students. Any questions?
Come on, students. At least some question you would have something. I don't think everybody understood what I said. Something you would have had some doubt in your mind. You can go and ask me. Nobody is going to think it's wrong or right. This is the time, and I'm supposed to answer your questions. So I don't see it as a right question or wrong question or a silly question. I'm there to answer you, because I want you to know that what you're getting into, what is the course you're getting into,
Yeah.
and why your institute wants us to do this course for you. It's and what is the benefit it's going to get for you. So please ask.
Left, is it? Is that?
If you're frightened to ask or scared to ask, you can type it in the chat, the questions. I can read it from the chat and also explain that to you. That is also open, please.
I have a question, Mr. Craig, on behalf of a student who had
Yes,
approached
ma'am.
me.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
See, there is a first year student who has prepared already the business plan, and in the sense, very vague, and because I don't blame him, he's just 18, just
Okay.
completed 18 years, and he wants to
Okay.
start something regarding our organic store or something like that.
Super.
So how Nen can help them, because I might I'm also not aware of the market
Okay.
as such. I can give him
Okay.
a overall view as a faculty. What do I understand
Okay.
about the market and financial
Okay.
perspective? Maybe viability I can help him.
Okay.
But beyond that, how do we help them? How
Good
does
question.
Nen
Good
can
question, ma'am.
help
So
them?
now, is he doing it alone or do he has any team members along with him, ma'am?
No, he's doing it alone, and his dad and his uncle is ready to help him to a
Okay.
certain
Okay.
extent.
Okay. Not a problem. So
Yeah.
if he's going to be a part of this course, he can join this course and bring this particular venture into the course itself.
Okay. Okay.
And he would need to add two people, because we need a team of three, so he can find out who else is interested in the same idea, and also have them.
Hmm.
Or if he's not able to get anybody, worst come worst scenarios, he can be the only person who's doing this. So when he joined the program, he can bring his business model. We will fine tune it. So we will
Okay.
first try
Okay.
to understand what is his idea.
Hmm.
Okay, what is the idea he has and what type of a problem he's trying to solve,
Hmm.
what is the solution he is given, and see if that solution what he is given is viable,
Okay. Okay.
which
Hmm.
can be formed into a startup. So all
Okay.
that rectification will be done. In fact, it makes our work much easier if we have students who come like this, who
Yeah.
already have an idea, who already has a business model. It makes it much easier and
Hmm.
much faster for us to be able to get that student into a right path.
Yeah.
So then we will go through his.
Actually, there are two students in first year. One is wants to work on co-working spaces,
Mhm.
and another one on organic store. Both of them, I've told them to do a competitor analysis first.
Okay, okay.
And if, but there's first years, can I ask them to join this course? Is it okay with them?
Yeah, they can see because they already have something with them, ma'am. It is okay for
Hmm.
them. No, they can
Yeah.
join.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know why we don't encourage first year students, because most of them do not come with anything like this. It is difficult. So these students, both these students have something with them. It
Hmm.
makes it much easier. So they'll be able to understand,
Hmm.
the program much easier because they
Okay.
are, they have
Hmm.
something. So we will
Okay.
actually strip down their entire business model. We'll strip down entire their idea, their solution, and try
Hmm.
and see if it makes sense. Because
Okay.
I know they
Hmm.
might not know where they're going wrong. They might not know what they have done wrong. According to them, they think, okay, this is a very good business model, but we don't know. So we'll have to dig into it and see, okay, is this business model
Hmm.
suitable? Now, if I go and throw this business model to an investor, will he
Hmm.
okay it? Yes or no?
Okay. Okay.
What
Hmm.
will he? So we know from the
Yeah.
investor's eyes, we will look. We will know what the investor will want to see in a business model. He's not worried what is the product you're going to do, where you're going to do it, how many
Yeah.
customers. That's not his problem. He'll want to see, okay, if I invest in this business model, will I get back my money? That is what
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
will want to see. So
Hmm.
we will look at it in that way.
Okay. Okay.
Same way with the solution also, we will look as when it comes to the solution, we will look at it from a customer's perspective.
Yeah.
According to the
Yeah.
customer,
Hmm.
is my problem
Hmm.
being solved? What is the
Hmm.
solution I am looking for my problem? So all
Okay.
that will be split again, and we will make him do it from the scratch over again to make him
Hmm.
understand, okay, this is what, okay, fine, you've done it very good, but this is all the things you missed out, these are the steps you missed out, this is what you need to see. Because uh, you know normally most what mistakes the students make mostly is, we have seen across India, is they have an idea immediately, they go for a business model, which is a wrong thing to do. Your idea, you should take that out first to people, go to the public and tell them, okay, boss, this is my idea.
Hmm.
I know I identify this problem in this particular area, and I have an idea for this particular problem, and this is my solution to solve this problem. I
Okay.
know. Are you okay with it? Will you buy the solution if I come out with a a solution?
Okay. Okay.
So
Huh.
unless you understand the
The
market,
market
understand
requirement.
the people, okay, if they're accepting your idea, if they're
Mm.
accepting your idea and accepting your solution, then the
Then
next phase is to
solution.
go into a business model.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's
Agree.
no point of going to a business model and then you're not able to sell it, it's a loss.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is where we have seen most of
Mm.
the students, at least 90% of the students make that mistake. They
Mm-hmm.
have the idea, they have the backing, they think, okay, I have the idea, I have the solution, let me go straight to a business model. No. First, you
Mm.
have to market your idea to your
Mm.
customers, your locality
Yeah.
first, maybe your friends, your relatives, market
Okay.
that, see if they're able to buy that. If they're
Yeah.
able to buy that, if that feels interested to them, then yes,
And then
fine.
we can go ahead with the
Right.
market research first. Yeah. I think there are some questions
Yes.
from students.
One is from Vicky, which says, why you're approaching us to startups from your organization? What is your profit?
Yeah.
Good question. Vicky, as I was giving my introduction, I've told you we are a non-profit organization. Okay, we don't work for profit. We don't have any financial dealings with anybody. Neither your institute, no from me. Even we are offering this course free of cost for your institute and free of
Yeah.
cost to you. We don't charge you any kind of fees for this, and we don't benefit anything from you starting a company. So it's nothing. We don't ask you for any money. We don't ask you for anything. Is that we're giving an opportunity. The reason why we're doing this is, we have done a small census with Oxford University in the US. We have done a small research with them, and now out of that research, we have come to understand that by the year 2030, that is 2030, there will be job constraints around the globe, around the world. You'll countries will not be able to start recruiting youngsters.
Mm.
So that is why we are trying to help startups to come, which what we see, if there are more startups, there will be more job creations. So you start a company today, tomorrow you will employ 10 people. From 10 it will go to 20, 20 it will go 30, 30 it will go to 100. So that is what we see. And that is what is our profit. When you ask, what is your profit, that is what is our profit. The more jobs you create is what is our profit, because that's how we see it. We don't see profit in terms of money, we see profit in terms of how many people you're able to employ. Because if a country is not able to give you jobs, then where are you going to go? After you finish your degree, what are you going to do? You can't always depend upon your country to give you a job. You can't depend always on a company, on MLCs to give you jobs. There will be a time when they will be stagnated. They will not be able to move further. Then what do you do? So how do you solve that problem? The only thing is the problem can be solved by we creating entrepreneurs worldwide. In turn, those entrepreneurs will start giving out jobs. So that is what is our way of trying to build an ecosystem. So we were trying to help the youngsters, and this is what is our founder director's plan. Now, the reason why our founder director did not want to keep this, as a course where you charge the institute or charge the students, is because what he feels is you can't sell entrepreneurship to anybody, and nobody can buy entrepreneurship to learn what is entrepreneurship. It has to come from within. You have to have the interest. Yes, I want to start my own company. Yes, I want to be a businessman, because it is not like paying for a degree and getting a degree. This is totally different. Nobody will teach you. Even if you pay for entrepreneurship, nobody will teach you, because there are a lot of tricks and trades in a particular. No businessman will tell you, will guide you, will teach you the tricks and trades, because at the back of his mind, what he will think. Okay, if this guy learns everything, he might be bigger than me. Then I will lose my business. So that is the reason our founder director said, no, we will not charge it. We'll do it as a social cause, as a free of cost. That's why we are a non-profit organization. And the reason why he came up with this idea is because when he is actually from Mumbai, he's an IIT, from Mumbai, he completed his IIT and he went to the US to do his higher studies in artificial intelligence. That is somewhere during the early 90s. And he finished his artificial intelligence and he started three companies. The first company he started in 1996 in artificial intelligence. It was the first artificial intelligence in the US. Though US is 100 years advanced in India and rest of the world, in the 90s, artificial intelligence was not that famous in the US. He's taken the risk and he started the first company. But however, since it was a new project, yeah, he was not able to do it. He had a major loss. The company flopped within 3 months. The company flopped because artificial intelligence was new to US and he was not able to do it. It flopped, but he did not give up. Though his company flopped, he did not give up. He took a break for about 2-3 months. During that break for 2-3 months, he kept meeting other business people in the US, trying to understand the US market, trying to understand technology, trying to understand how to implicate this. And then he started his second venture in the same artificial intelligence. And he ran that company for about 2 years to 3 years. And then we had the Gulf War. There was a recession in the US. He had to shut down. So he shut down, and he took a break for about 1 year, trying to understand the market more. And then in 1998 is when he opened his third artificial intelligence company called Symphony Technology. It is still running. If you can Google it in Google, you'll find out Symphony Technology is a parent company. He ran that company for a decade, and he sold that for $90 billion, not million, it's billion. 90 billion dollars. He sold that company, and half of that profit he segregated for this foundation to teach students. So what he felt is, I learned entrepreneurship through mistakes. I made mistakes and I learned. I had the money. I was able to fund myself, so I know I able to do it. But imagine youngsters back, in India and around the world who have the ideas but do not have the backing, who do not have the support. How will they be able to do it? So let me, you know, come out with a course with my experience. So this course is nothing but his experience, or whatever he faced, his experience is translated into a course. So that is the only reason he said, no, I will not charge any of these students or institutes to share my experience. And that is what. And today he has about 37 companies in the US. A man who started with the first company a failure, second company is a failure, third company was success, sold his third company for $90 billion. Half of the profit he kept for the foundation, started the foundation half of the project, and the other half he started another artificial intelligence company, and now he has 37 companies in the US in various other fields, not only artificial, in various other fields. Right now, we are doing a research on artificial intelligence for agriculture. So that is research which is going on. So mostly by the year end of 2023, it'll be complete, and we'll start rolling it out to the entire globe. So it's nothing but doing farming, organic farming through artificial intelligence, where you will have limited human interface. So we are doing a project. We are doing it in some remote area in Maharashtra. So once it is successful, we will start rolling it out. So we have different projects like that. So that is the only reason we are coming forward to share our knowledge and not looking for any kind of profit. Our profit is the number of jobs you create for people. So that is how we see our profit. So I hope I answered your question, Vicky. Okay, next I have from.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Vicky, we actually NEN did not approach us. We in our college entrepreneurship empowerment cell, we approached them. Actually, we wanted our students to be the job providers rather than the job seekers. So that is the motto, and our principal echoes that, and she always says our students should not look for jobs. You all know that jobs are not easily available today. Very difficult to put final year students on the placements. Out of 120, only 8 or 10 get selected. So why should you go for seeking jobs rather than you can create jobs? That's the reason we did this. I hope, Vicky, it is you can. It's clear now. Yeah. Are you there in the meeting? Okay, can we take the second question? I think there is one more question, sir.
There are two more questions. The second one is, what is the duration of the course? The duration of the course is for one entire semester, which is 3 months course. So it is spread across your semester. So when your semester ends is when your course will end. It could end before your semester, but it's 3 months. So that's the duration of the course. And the third question is, I have already had a business plan regarding ethanol, but I have no knowledge, pretty clear. about the market regarding implication and its effect. Well, Nitin, this is what ma'am asked me a question before that, and I'm telling you the same thing. Fine, it's good. It's actually it makes our work much easier since you already have a business plan and you already have an idea. What we will do is you can bring that particular idea and business plan into the foundation course, and we will fine tune it. We will first we will try to understand why you went into ethanol. What is your idea for ethanol? What is the problem you identify to come out with a solution for ethanol? We'll try and see if that ethanol solution is adaptable, it is workable, if you can be able to create your venture on that. And then we will look at your business model. How did you derive in this business plan? What are the things you need extra? What are the things you omitted? What are the things you missed out? So all that will be rectified. So we will fine tune it. We will make you go back from the scratch. So you will start working backwards again till we are able to understand that yes, this particular venture is feasible. When I mean feasible is nothing but can it start with or without a investor. If it needs an investor, as per an investor, what all they need, what all they would look at. If you don't have the investor, if you're able to fund yourself, how you can need to do it, until what stage you need to fund it. So all that will be, support will be given to you. Yeah.
Any other question?
So I hope Nitin, I've answered both your questions. Your second question is plans to give boost for agriculture as well. Yeah. So all that we will take care of. So you don't have to worry. So we are there to help you out. If you have already your ideas, if you have already a solution, if you have already a business plan, most welcome to walk into the course with all this. We will fine tune it because see, you have come out with this business plan, without the knowledge of entrepreneurship. So you've just come out with that. So we need to fine tune it. We need to make it like a proper business because tomorrow, if you're pitching it to somebody for investment, it should be a proper business plan because nobody will just put in their money just like that. Whether you approach a bank or whether you approach a financer or you go to an angel investor, your business model should be strong. So that person, the moment he looks at the first 2-3 lines, you should understand, okay, this particular company knows what they're going to do. They know what they want. They have studied their market. I am ready to invest. He will not ask further questions.
Yeah. Any more question? Nitin, you can meet me with your idea. We'll fine tune it and we can, when we are starting the sessions next week, you can present it to sir or whoever is going to make the presentation in the net. Okay? I think that will be a right idea. Any more questions or anything else you want to ask? I cannot hear.
Anybody else regarding the course?
And Mr. Craig, when will be getting the schedule?
I've given the schedule, ma'am. The only thing is the onboarding process is happening. So once that is done, I will let you know. So you can ask the students to check their email IDs for the link,
Sure.
and they have to click the link and put in their details. That is their name, their email address, and their mobile number.
Mobile.
And put their own password, and they have to remember they use the same email ID when they're logging in every time.
Okay, yeah. So I can add 2 more students, as I told you, these first
Yeah,
years.
you send that separately to me on a mail, ma'am. I'll forward it back to them.
Sure.
And whatever email address they given on the list is what we will be creating a login for them. So they have to use that same mail ID, not put a different mail ID when they're trying to access the platform.
I hope students it's clear to all of you. Okay, whatever details you've given, we have already shared with them. You have to log in through that as well.
The same email ID, whatever you have given to ma'am on the list is the same email ID we'll be creating for you on the platform. The link will be sent to that particular mail ID. You will have to click on that link and then add your details there and use the same email ID when you log in. And make sure you keep a simple password, so that you will not have, you will not forget your password. And it's mandatory that for all the sessions you have to check, you have to log in for the platform, even though if it's going to be a theory session, even though if it's going to be a practical session, you will log, everything happens on the platform.
Yeah.
So platform is a must. You have to log into the platform. That is where We will track your attendance, and your attendance will be shared with the university on a weekly basis. And another important thing is during the sessions, it is mandatory that the students will have to switch on your cameras, because the faculty will also be switching on their cameras. The faculty also will be switching on their cameras, because it will be it's a two-way interaction. It is not a one-way interaction. So you will be asked questions, you will have to answer, and we require the cameras to be on. That is a mandatory from us. So those who are not switching on their cameras will not be allowed in the next session to enter the session. So please make sure you follow these rules. Come on time, whichever timing is given. At least 2 minutes before the session will start, we would require everybody to log in. So we don't want to have any delays, because if it's a delay for you, then the session will go delayed. Then your next class also will get delayed. So it should be on time. Come on time. Finish on time. Have your cameras on. Be interactive in the class. It should not be quiet like what is happening right now. When I ask a question, nobody answers. When you have a faculty, you have to be interactive. Questions should be asked. Doubts will be clear. Please don't keep quiet like this.
And to answer Vicky's question, Vicky, we'll be having the classes from February 2nd, Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 11:45 to 12:45. I'll be sharing the schedule on Monday, and it is compulsory for all of you who have registered to attend this. And me and Professor Anuradha will be in the session. In one session, I'll be there. In another session, Professor Anuradha will be there. Then we will be monitoring it. And upon completion with 90% and above attendance, then only you'll be eligible for the certificates also. So that is from the college side. And since you have chosen this, you need to be giving your 100%. We will not be requesting you to attend the classes and all, and it should be from your side. Okay?
Yeah.
Any more questions, students?
Ma'am, and one more thing, ma'am, I will be sharing the attendance on a weekly basis. Every
Yes.
week on the session, I will share it. And
Yeah.
as per each milestone, whatever grading they get will also be shared to you, so that you can add it, along with your mark sheet when you're,
Yes.
preparing your mark sheet. So all that will be
Yeah.
sent to you. So,
Yeah.
the students should understand that everything is monitored. It is not like just an extracurricular activity you're doing. It is also will be added into your academics. So that is the seriousness
Yes.
we would
They
like
have
to
a
see.
credit actually. This
Yes,
is a credit
yes.
course.
And
Yeah.
unless they
And that
complete
definitely will
the
help.
and unless they
Yeah.
complete the course, they will get a credit course. But one
Hmm.
thing I would like to make it clear, that you will
Hmm.
not have any arrears. If you don't complete the course, your credits is forfeited. You will not be able to do this course again. So you have to take out something else to get the credit. So there is no arrear in this particular course. If you don't complete the foundation course, you don't get your credits. Then you have to see how to get the credits in the next semester. That is
I
the
think that's very pretty much clear, students, right? I don't think so. Any more questions are there, sir?
no problem.
Any other questions if they have the
No
particular?
problem,
I'll
ma'am. They
mail
can
it to
come
you.
to you. You can,
Yeah.
consolidate it, send it to me on an email, and I'll be able to happy to answer it by email
Yeah.
also.
Sure. Definitely, sir. Yeah.
So, in next 2-3 days, I will let you know, ma'am, what is the onboarding process if it's happened, and then you can ask the students to check and
Yeah.
go
Sure.
ahead. But
Sure.
we will start on second. Whatever timing it is, we will start on second. And during the session, also the faculty will help them to also, she will do an orientation on the platform, how they have to sign in, what they have to do, how they have to submit all. So all that will be taken by the faculty itself.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Yeah.
students. Thank you for your time. All the
Thank
best.
you, Mr. Craig. It was wonderful session. In fact, we are very keen to start this session. I don't know how many entrepreneurs will come out from our call institute, but definitely I'm hoping that at least one or two will be able to generate employment for the society, and I hope they will take this session as serious as it can be. So thank you, sir. And any other doubts, Vicky, you can come and meet me or call me. I'll answer all your doubts. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Craig.
Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am. Thank you.
students, for your time and patience.
Thank you. Thank you.
End the meeting. When do we generate the this thing?
1 p.m.